Is it possible that some of the monuments of ancient Egypt are actually much older than the Egyptologists tell us?
Now, no modern builder would create a large building and add onto his or her shoulders the additional burden of aligning it to true north within a fraction of a single degree. They just wouldn't get it. They wouldn't understand why it was important to do that.
Droughts often carry a heavy toll on modern economies and ecosystems, yet these challenging times have occasionally peeled back the layers of history to reveal astonishing archaeological finds. One such remarkable discovery is the lost temple of Nectanebo in Egypt. This ancient temple resurfaces periodically as the fluctuating Nile River levels drop during severe droughts, exposing it from beneath the waters where it lay hidden. Located near modern Cairo in the ancient city of Heliopolis, known as Iunu in ancient times, the lost temple of Nectanebo provides crucial insights into the religious and cultural life during the 30th dynasty of Egypt, when Nectanebo Ton ruled from 380 to 362 BC. Heliopolis was not only one of the oldest cities of ancient Egypt, but also a major religious hub, celebrated for its majestic temples and as the center of worship for the sun god Ra. The temple, which is dedicated to the creator god Atum, plays a significant role in understanding the period. Atum was associated with the sun and creation, embodying the cycle of life, which made him a central figure in the religious practices at the time. The temple's strategic location and dedication highlight its immense religious importance. As it periodically emerges from the waters, the temple offers a rare opportunity for historians and archaeologists to explore and document the relics of a time usually hidden beneath the Nile's waters. This occasional visibility not only underscores the temple's archaeological and historical significance, but also highlights the dynamic interaction between natural events and historical discoveries. Now, who was Nectanebo? Nectanebo I is a towering figure in the annals of ancient Egyptian history, celebrated for founding the last dynasty that was purely Egyptian, the 30th dynasty. Before the onslaught of Persian and later Macedonian conquests, his rule from 380 to 362 BC was a pivotal era, marked by a revival of traditional Egyptian culture, ambitious architectural endeavors, and formidable military campaigns. Nectanebo's story begins in the delta region of Egypt in a city called Sebennytos, known today as Samanud. His birth name, which translates to the soul of Re, Lord of Strength. His rise to power was dramatic. Amidst a period riddled with political instability and internal strife, he seized the throne by overthrowing the previous pharaoh, Jedor. This bold move not only marked the end of the 29th dynasty, but also ushered in an era that strongly emphasized a return to Egyptian roots, distancing itself from recent Persian influences. During his reign, Nectanebo was intensely focused on rejuvenating Egypt's economy and reviving the rich tapestry of traditional religious practices that had been overshadowed during periods of foreign dominance. He was not only a devout builder of temples, but also a generous patron of the arts. Across Egypt, from Heliopolis to Hermopolis, he commissioned the construction and restoration of numerous temples dedicated to various deities, infusing life into these sacred spaces with elaborate decorations and expansive structures. But Nectanebo was not just a peacetime ruler indulging in cultural and religious enhancements. He was also a strategic military leader, actively defending Egypt against Persian attempts to reconquer it. He strengthened the nation's borders with formidable defensive structures, particularly in the Nile Delta, which played a crucial role in repelling invasions. His diplomatic skills were equally noteworthy. He fostered alliances with Greek city-states and employed Greek mercenaries, which not only bolstered his army but also brought Hellenistic cultural influences to Egypt. His extensive building projects were not merely displays of wealth or power, but were deeply embedded with cultural and religious significance, aimed at reinforcing the pharaonic ideology and divine kingship. The artistic renaissance that flourished during his reign saw a surge in high-quality sculpture and temple decorations, which continue to be admired for their craftsmanship. Reflecting on his legacy, Nectanebo left a lasting impact on Egyptian culture and national identity. His efforts to fortify Egypt's independence and his revival of many cultural practices made him a revered figure in later Egyptian memory, often celebrated as the last great native pharaoh before the long period of foreign dominations. Today, artifacts from his reign, such as statues, temple decorations, and coins, continue to offer rich insights into the period's artistic and religious life, and are subjects of intense study by archaeologists and historians around the world. In a broader historical context, Nectanebo could be compared to figures like the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius, who also endeavored to revive religious and cultural traditions in the face of external threats. This parallel underscores a common theme in history, where leaders often turn to cultural and religious revivalism to forge a collective identity during periods of crisis. Now, moving back to the Lost Temple, the discovery of this ancient marvel is as intriguing as its history. The existence of the temple is most commonly brought to light during times of drought when the Nile's water levels significantly recede. For centuries, the temple was hidden from view, submerged under the silt deposited by the Nile's annual floods, which both obscured and preserved it from the ravages of time and human activity. The first clues about the temple's existence came not from visible remains, but from ancient texts and sporadic local folklore. Archaeologists have long used these snippets of information as breadcrumbs, leading them to its periodic rediscovery whenever nature allowed. It was particularly during the major droughts that have affected the Nile in the late 20th and early 21st centuries that the temple ruins were fully exposed, providing a clearer and more comprehensive view of its layout and allowing for detailed archaeological examinations. To study the exposed parts of the temple, archaeologists have employed a variety of sophisticated techniques. Photogrammetry has been used extensively to capture detailed images of the temple's inscriptions and carvings, allowing experts to create accurate 3D models of the site. Additionally, geographic information system technology has played a crucial role in mapping the layout of the ruins in relation to the ancient river channels, offering insights into the historical changes in the landscape that have occurred over millennia. This combination of ancient lore and modern technology illustrates the dynamic way in which archaeologists are working to unravel the mysteries of the past, preserving its wonders for future generations. The Lost Temple of Nectanebo, dedicated to the creator god Atum, also known as Temu, holds a place of great reverence in the annals of Egyptian history. Atum's cult, one of the oldest in Egypt, symbolizes both the completion and the beginning of the life cycle and the sun, casting this temple as a key religious site within the Heliopolitan tradition. The strategic placement of this temple in Heliopolis, the epicenter of worship for the sun god Ra and closely linked to Atum, further weaves it into the grand tapestry of solar worship that was central to ancient Egyptian spirituality. The construction of the temple was an architectural feat, utilizing large sandstone blocks intricately carved with hieroglyphs and religious iconography. This choice of material not only ensured the structure's durability, but also allowed for the detailed and extensive carvings that adorn the temple's walls, which tell tales of divine legends and pharaonic glory. Upon closer examination of the exposed ruins during periods when the Nile's waters recede, archaeologists have unearthed the foundation and lower sections of these massive sandstone walls, alongside several statues of Nectanebo decked in royal attire. These statues poignantly illustrate the pharaoh's aspiration to be seen as a divine entity and offer a window into the art and religious life of his time. The myriad of carvings found on the temple walls also provides invaluable insights into the daily religious practices and societal interactions of ancient Egyptians under Nectanebo's rule. The grandeur of the temple not only underscores the religious complexities of Nectanebo's reign, but also reflects the political power and stability he commanded, as only a prosperous and stable ruler could undertake such an ambitious construction project. However, the intermittent visibility of the temple due to changing Nile water levels presents significant challenges for its conservation. The alternating exposure to air and water not only threatens the preservation of this ancient marvel, but also accelerates the deterioration of the stone and inscriptions. Despite these challenges, each period when the temple surfaces provides a crucial opportunity for further study and preservation efforts. Archaeologists and historians are continually aiming to delve deeper into the temple's structure during these windows, hoping to uncover more artifacts and possibly other structures associated with the temple complex that could shed further light on this historic sanctuary. This ongoing exploration and the efforts to safeguard the temple's integrity ensure that each chapter of its exposure helps piece together more of the past, maintaining a bridge to an era that shaped the foundations of modern civilization.